All right, kiddos, so yesterday you had 7 through 13, yes?
Yep.
Okay. So this is on page 153. 7 through 13. All right, so number 7. So just a reminder, yesterday we focused on the percent equation. So part is equal to the percent times the whole. Okay. So with the first one, it said in a survey of 500 voters, 430 said they would vote for the same candidate again. What percent of the voters would vote the same way again? So you should have 430 equals P times 500. Okay? So this was the total amount of voters, so that's our whole. This is the total amount of voters that said that they would vote for the same candidate again. Okay? So that's the part, that's the percentage that we're looking for. So again, we're going to divide both sides by 500. Okay? And when we do that, we get about 86%. So number 7 is 86. Questions on number 7? Okay, number 8 said the local newspaper has letters to the editor from 40 people. If this number represents 5% of all the newspaper readers, how many readers does the newspaper have? Okay, so 40 people. Is that part of the readers or all of the readers?
Part.
That's part. Okay. Now we know that it's 5%, so we want to figure out the whole. Can I just divide 5 by both sides here and get 8? So there's 8 total readers? No. I have to take that 5% and I need to turn it into a decimal. So I divide both sides by 500. So x equals 800, yes? Okay, so that means the newspaper has a total of 500 readers. Or sorry, 800 readers. Any questions? On 7 or 8? No? Okay, number 9. What percent of the 16 gigabyte hard drive shown is used for photos? Okay, so again, we're looking for a part is equal to the percent times the whole. Okay, what information did the picture give us? Tucker?
Photos are 3.32 gigabytes.
Very good. So the photos, is that part of the gigabytes or is that all of the gigabytes?
Part.
That's part of the gigabytes. So we know that it's 3 and 3200ths. That's the gigabytes that the photos are taking up. We don't know what percent the photos take up. So we've got our percent here, which we can just use x. Now the total hard drive
16.
is 16. So because x is being multiplied by 16, what are we going to do with it?
5 by 16.
We're going to divide both sides by 16. If you rounded that to 21, would I be okay with that? Yep, if you rounded that to 21, I would be definitely okay with it. All right, number 10. A shirt that normally costs $30 is on sale for $21.75. What percent of the regular price is the sale price? So they gave us the information. Okay, so the sale, oh no, wrong problem, sorry. So again, part is equal to percent times the whole. Okay, so the information they gave us that says a shirt that normally costs $30 is on sale for $21.75. Okay, so if the original price is $30, is that our part, whole, or percent?
Whole.
That's our whole. So the 30 goes here. It's on sale for $21.75. So is that our part or percent?
Percent. No, whole. Part.
That's our part. It's on sale for this. The question asked, what percent of the regular price is the sale price? So I don't know that. Okay, so how am I solving this? I'm dividing.
30.
Okay? It's 72.5%, but we can round that to 73%. So, what would the sign read?
About 70% off.
Would it read about 70% off?
75.
Would it?
No, 70. Because it's not greater than 5. I'd say 73% off.
Danica? 27% off. So the shirt would read, the signage would be, all shirts on this rack are 27% off. Why is this shirt 27% off? Danica, go ahead.
Because that's not the actual percent that it's off, it's just how much difference it is from your regular price.
Very good. So when I look, if I'm looking at a bar diagram here, okay, this is the original cost. This is the sale price.
Oh.
So this is 100%. This is 73%.
Missing another 27.
So that means here, that's the sale percent. Okay? So so what would the sign read? The sign would read 27% off. Because the question was, the question asked, what percent of the original price is the sale price? So 21 and 7,500 is 75% of the original price. So it's on sale for 27% off. Okay? So that's two different ways to look at the question, right? Good job, Danica. So complete the table. This is with earning our commission. Okay? So this is the amount of the sale. So this is how much the item was sold for, this is the percent that the person will get back for selling the item at $768. So how much will the person earn in commission if they sold the item for $768? Okay. So if we're looking at our percent equation, why do I keep on writing this over and over and over again?
So it gets the one.
Okay, just like I wrote this over and over and over again on Monday and Tuesday, right? Okay. What does this represent in our equation?
The part. Oh, the whole. I feel like that would be the whole.
Because that's how much they're selling it for.
This is how much they're selling the item for. So that's the entire amount that they're selling it for. So that's going to be our part. I'm sorry, that's going to be our whole. So what we're looking for is our part. We're looking for how much money we're going to get from selling this item at $768. And the percentage that we're going to read, the percentage that we're going to get from selling that item is 4%. Can I multiply 4% times 768? Okay, what do I have to change 4% into?
0.04.
Okay, so how much are they gonna earn?
$30.72.
Okay, so $30.72. This might be, maybe someone selling an insurance policy, maybe someone selling furniture. Okay, that would be a commission that you would receive on something like that. House commissions are a little bit more because houses are more expensive, right? All right, number 12. Again, it's another complete the table. Okay. So, the price of an item is $9.98. I'm sorry, $39.98. The tax rate is 4.5%. How much is the sales tax going to be? Okay. So what is this value here in our percent equation?
That is our whole.
That's our whole. What is our percent?
4.5.
And then what are we trying to calculate? The part, or the amount of tax that we're going to be charged. How much tax?
$1.80.
Okay, why $1.80, Zach?
Because like the real decimal is 1.7991, and you can't have 9100 of.
Okay, so Zach's exactly right. So when someone asks you for money, they don't ask you for 1 and 7,991 10,000 cents.
They ask you
So we always round to our nearest hundredth. Okay, so we gotta look to our thousandth. If our thousandth is 0, 1, 2, 3, or 4,
You're right.
our number stays the same. If it's 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9, it rounds. So that means the 9 rounds up to 10, which rounds the 7 up to. Okay, so that's where we got our $1.80. So let me ask you a question. Do you give someone $39.98 and then give them $1.80? You could. What do you usually do?
Just give them all of it.
You give them all of it at once. So there's two different questions that can be asked in this situation. What is the sales tax? And what's your total with tax? If I were to ask you what your sales tax is, I'm looking for $1.80. What if I'm asking you for your total?
Then you do the sales tax and the total price.
Very good. So we take $39.98 and add it to $1.80. Okay, so there's two questions that are being asked. Make sure you're reading the question thoroughly so you understand what the question is the question is asking you. All right, last one. Number 13, a restaurant automatically charges a 20% gratuity for a party that has 6 or more people. How much gratuity is added to a party of 6 on a bill of $141? What information do we not need in that problem? The party has 6 people, right? That has nothing to do with our problem other than the fact that we know we're going to get charged that 20% gratuity. Okay? So, gratuity is just another word for what, Emma?
Tax,
Nope.
price,
Nope.
income,
Nope.
economy.
Tip.
Oh.
Okay? So, gratuity, gratitude,
Oh.
grate, that root word. Okay? That means you're thankful for something. So, gratuity or gratitude, that's when you're giving a tip. Okay? So, the short term is the short version of that is tip, and then we've got gratuity. So gratuity is 20%, and our bill was 141. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. What does 141 represent in our percent equation?
The total.
The total. What's another word for total?
Whole.
Whole. Very good. Our gratuity.
20%.
Can I multiply 20% times 141?
No.
So what do I have to turn what do I have to turn 20% into?
2.20.
How much money are we leaving?
$28.20.
Okay. So when we multiply 2 tenths by $141, we get this, yes? Okay. So does someone ask you, or does someone tell you, oh, your bill is $28 and 2 tenths of a cent? No. Okay. So you got to make sure that because we're in American currency, we have a tenths and we have a hundredth. So we got to add a placeholder there. So the gratuity we're going to leave is $28.20. Now that is something that you might leave separately, right? If you are going to be a server, you give the party that you're waiting on the bill. Sometimes that party includes will write it down, like write your tip down on the piece of paper on the receipt, and then it's automatically run through their credit card. Some people will only pay cash for a tip. So they might put their meal on their credit card or their debit card, and then they leave cash on the table later, or after they're all done. So that's two different ways. So when we're talking about gratuity, that's something we might do. We might pay it two separate ways. We might pay our bill with the debit card or credit card, and we might leave the bill or the tip or gratuity on the table in cash. Yes, dear.
One time me and Joe over the summer went to Michelle's, and we didn't know we were supposed to leave the tip. So when we got our receipt, it said tip, and we were just like, oh, we didn't know what to do.
Oh, well,
That's why I always carry like $2 in my pocket.
$2. Yes, dear.
I'm confused how you got like 0.2.
Okay, so Bob just asked, how did I get 0.2? So this 20%, we want to convert it into a decimal. Okay, and when we convert from a percent to a decimal, we divide by 100, or move 2 to the left. Okay, so right now, that's our percentage. Okay, our decimal is sitting right here, so we move it 1, 2. So we've got 0.2 as our decimal. Okay, so we always move our decimal in 2 places. Okay, if we're converting from a percent to a decimal, just scoop it in, or scoop it in to the left too. Good question. Okay, any other questions? No? All right, so your practice problems for today . We're going to do, and then tomorrow we'll either do like a maze or test cards or something like that that have to deal with this. So today your practice problems are going to be on page 154. And I'm going to have you do 14 through 17. Okay, so you have the remainder of the class to do that and finish this up for homework.